have you guys seen the Gwyneth Paltrow fucking trial at all? Because my God, that shit is funny.
No.
No, I've seen it, but I don't know what's
It
happening.
was a ski accident.
Your counsel,
Yeah.
he objected.
Dude, I watched the fucking, like, her testifying. This chick right here, she's hilarious because she's like, let's act it out, everybody. Let's act out this scene. And the judge is like, no. Like, it's
Oh,
like,
my
it's
Lord.
like, dude,
He hit
the
somebody
trial is
skiing,
so
right?
freaking funny. Yeah, well,
She's like
claiming-
countersuing
somebody
for
hit
$1
her.
or something.
Yeah, but it's not really $1. See, that all of this is coming out now because she's suing for $1 symbolically, but she's also asking for all of her attorney's fees to be paid, which means that she, like, you know, the guy's going to be on the hook for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But also, it's totally different because she's saying that he hit her, but he's saying that she hit him, and all of the like the people who are, you know, the what's it called, the smart people that come on the shows, and everybody's saying that the way that the guy's bones is broken and everything shows that she hit him from behind, and like it just
Wow.
looks like the way it is, but she's like, no, this is how it happened. And it, dude, you just gotta watch it. It's just so fucking funny. If
Aren't
you're
there
into
cameras
trials, it's
everywhere
hilarious.
now? Like, how do they not have it on
For
something?
whatever
slope?
reason, it was on the slope. It didn't it was like not at the very top of the slope, but like a little bit below the top. And there was people there apparently, but for whatever reason, no one saw the actual collision. Everyone saw the aftermath, like when they collided and then they fell down. They saw the aftermath, but not the actual collision. So it's basically heard word against his.
How
And
convenient.
yeah, it's,
Yeah, and he just happened to notice it was Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
well, no, he couldn't have known because she was in full
But
on
after the
ski
fact,
gear.
right? By the time he wanted to file a lawsuit, he had to have known. Because I get hit all the
Well,
time.
Yeah,
on the
no,
slope.
yeah. Afterwards, yeah, he found out because she took off.
I mean, is
her
he
stuff and
paralyzed or
everything.
something?
Well,
No,
yeah,
he's a
he
couple
had,
broken ribs.
he had broken ribs, a concussion. Apparently, he had 4 broken ribs, a concussion, and like a whole bunch of other stuff. He couldn't work for a long time. I don't know. all
Gwyneth
this kind of
Paltrow
stuff.
ski crash victim allegedly told daughter, "I'm famous" after accident. The retired optometrist suing Gwyneth Paltrow over a ski accident that he claims left him with permanent brain damage emailed his daughters the day of the crash to say, "I'm famous," the actress attorney said in his opening statement Tuesday. Dr. Terry Sanderson, 76, sent the missive just hours after he claims Paltrow, 50, ran into him on a ski slope at Deer Valley Resort on February 26, 2016 and fled. Her attorney, Steve Owens, told jurors in Park City Court. Sanderson's daughter replied that she couldn't believe the crash was caught on GoPro, Owens said. The alleged GoPro footage of the crash, the attorney pointed out, has never been recovered. Sanderson, Owens said on the first day of the trial, became obsessed with suing Paltrow after he realized she was a famous actress.
Yeah, that
Ooh.
seems right. Like, I've been hit while skiing by people and hit other people, and it's never turns into this. But I don't know.
But have you ever
broken
like
ribs?
broken ribs and
Yeah, I've
done
never
a concussion
broken
and have to go to a hospital and things like that?
Oh, I don't know. Still, you're just gonna sue a random person because they hit you that hard while you're skiing? What are you doing?
People
out
are
there in the
crazy.
first place?
People are crazy on the
people are
slopes
nuts.
about that stuff nowadays. Like it's a little
The doctor's
weird.
lawyers, however, argued he suffered mental and physical anguish following the accident, impacting the relationship he was pursuing with a Utah woman at the time. He had if you can't ski, you can't pursue a relationship with a Utah woman.
Well,
he had-
okay, the way she was telling the story on the stand, though, she was saying that she thought she was being Me Too'd because she was saying that he like came up from behind her and like she saw her like his skis come between her skis and that he like came up on her and he like felt her up and like grunted.
What?
Like dude, the shit that she was saying on the stand was next level. I'm telling you guys, it was so fucking funny. I was like, I can't believe Nick Rekieta is not covering this trial.
I can't believe he's not
believe that
either. He had no joy left in his life. He pushed me away, testified Carlene Davidson, who dated Sanderson at the time of the accident. The dude, wow.
Like their claims are so outrageous. You got in a
It's
skiing
so
accident.
bad.
I thought he was
Gwyneth-
raping me in the middle of skiing. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, she ruined my
There are
relationship
no
with a
pants.
woman. Like,
There are
fuck
no pants.
both of you
They
should have
both
to
have
pay for
nothing.
this shit. Fuck
Yeah.
both
Oh
of
my
you.
God. They're both
Oh, boy.
terrible people. It's hilarious.
Wow, Gwyneth Paltrow ruined my relationship. The duo began their courtship, which was filled with traveling and partying. 18 months before
At
the
76.
accident, she recounted, but the relationship fizzled out 6 months after Paltrow allegedly plowed into Sanderson.
Yeah, but she's denying the whole thing. And it's so funny because when she was on the stand, she just looked like such a bitch because the entire time she was like smiling
this
and
lady?
laughing at everything.
This lady. Who's
What is going on with her face?
It's like that eagle Muppet.
Wow.
Lady Eagle.
Oh my God.
I'm
And
more
it
interested
was
in
just,
that lady.
it was so freaking
There's
funny.
always some weirdo in the background. Like there's always a weirdo lady in the background. That's a way
David
better.
said Sanderson became angry and distant after the ski accident. When asked if she felt the accident caused the end of the relationship, David had said she hadn't at the time. Now looking back and seeing that perhaps it was a brain injury, if perhaps there were other things going on, I would say so now.
Yeah.
He said on the stand.
I'm gonna. If you're in a relationship you don't like, I'll show up and pretend to hit you over the head with a pipe to give you an excuse to get out.
The former Army eye doctor is seeking $300,000 in damages from Paltrow in his suit accusing her of negligence. The Oscar-winning actress countersued, but is requesting a paltry $1 in damages, and for the plaintiff to pay her legal
One
fees.
damage plus legal fees. Yeah.
That's not paltry. Paltrow's version of events that Sanderson was the one who allegedly crashed into her will be supported by testimony from
Why does he
her
have a
teenage-
mask on? Is this
I don't know.
current? Is this current?
Yeah, it's
from her
happening right now.
teenage children, Apple and Moses Martin. Her now husband, Brad Falchuk, the attorney said, this is not a hit and run. The Salt Lake-based attorney told the court of the accident, which Sanderson claims left him with broken ribs and a concussion that led to permanent brain damage.
I don't know. It's weird because in the
his
courtroom, he's not
phone.
wearing a mask.
Look at his dirty black like phone case. Look at his
Yeah.
bulge.
That's why, like, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, fuck off.
And
Stay
like,
off the ski
I'm
slopes,
glad she's
then.
having
Yeah.
fun with it, like you said, because that's like, why not? If I mean,
Well,
she's
she
a little
was a
nuts,
total
right?
cunt. Like
But-
she bumped into him, fucking broke his ribs and shit, and then left. Like she didn't even say. She just left.
Apple 18 and Moses 16 did not witness the crash, but
How
we're on
is-
the
how
ski
is she?
slope.
How did she break his ribs? She's so little, isn't she?
But we're on the
Doesn't she,
ski
like, eat
slopes
air
with their
only?
mother and several ski instructors when the accident took place, Owen said. Falchuk, who was dating the Goop founder at the time, was also present. Sources close to Paltrow previously told the Post that the Hollywood heavyweight will take the stand in her own defense.
Well, that
How
was
do you
the
not
interesting
say
part.
if your mom is on this trial getting sued? How do you not automatically say, "Yeah, I saw it. He hit my mom. Fuck him."
Right.
Like, how do you? I didn't see it. I don't. Hey, kid, do you know what happened to your mom out there? No idea. Didn't see it. Oh, come on, man. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
You always see when you fall, when your friends fall when you're skiing, because then you laugh at them later. So
right.
I don't know about that.
They probably
Well,
weren't skiing together at all. They probably were
interesting-
just-
The interesting part is like that's what like kind of like we were discussing in the. I was watching Joe's live stream about it, but like we were bringing up the fact that when they're like the defense is not doing a good job, like neither lawyers are doing a good job because they're talking about like how the fall happened is what's important, because when like it's not even about who bumped into who, it's like why did he, because she's not that heavy, so like how did she break all of his ribs, and like how did the fall happen, like who fell on who, and like they're not discussing any of that. It's just she kept repeating herself that
well, it
he
doesn't
bumped
have to
into
be
me.
her weight. Like when you have a ski collision, it's like somebody throws you off your balance. You could crash into a tree. You could just fall into the ground, hit the ground really hard. You could do what's called the yard sale, which is where all your equipment goes flying everywhere.
Sure,
Like,
it
it could be the impact of like hitting the snow or hitting the hitting the hill that breaks. He probably hit his head. Like you could do a drive by, like, and then you throw somebody off their
Well, she was saying that he came up behind her, and then she saw the skis come between her skis, and then you
He's got his
know,
old bones.
Did
Yeah,
they scissor? Did they scissor ski?
yes, they
Mhm.
scissor skied, and then she fell after he grunted. So she kept saying that over and over, as if like she was trying to say that he tried to Me Too her ass, like
came.
on the slow.
Oh, he did. He came right before.
I
his
would love
10
every like
years ago.
street basketball game to turn into a $300,000 lawsuit. Like, I
Oh my
sprained my
God.
wrist. I can't go to work
That
tomorrow.
would
During
be
his opening
amazing.
statement, Owens also slammed as offensive and utter BS allegations made earlier Tuesday by Sanderson's attorney that the reckless and distracted star left the scene of the collision. Owens claimed that Sanderson had a history of neurological problems and discouraged the jury from reaching a verdict based on sympathy for the plaintiff's condition.
Oh, and she was saying that the reason she didn't stick around is because she is an actress and people do things because everything's done for her. So she was like, I had a representative fill out the forms for me. 'Cause, like when you do things when you're an actress, like everyone does things for you. So he filled out my forms. And like, it was just so funny because she was trying to not come off as like conceited bitch, but she came
She
off like
totally
such a
came
conceited
off.
bitch.
To drive his point home, Owens opened and concluded his statements by showing the courtroom an image of Lady Justice, the allegorical figure pictured blindfolded while holding scales. Paltrow, who appeared in court on Tuesday, sat mostly expressionless, which is her signature look. While Owens spoke, when entering and exiting the courtroom, the famous blonde blocked her face with a blue notebook.
That's not true about the expressionless, especially when she was like on the stand. It was literally like she just smiled the entire time. She was like trying to hold herself from laughing. I was like, is she on edibles? Because she's just like fighting off a smile the whole
Yeah.
time.
Did the doctor delete his GoPro video of the incident? Like, what
Yeah,
happened
why is
to
that?
this footage?
Where's
Probably
the
'cause
GoPro footage?
Probably because it was his fault.
They were saying
Yeah.
that they're making an animation of the incident.
my
They're
God.
They
working-
should get those
Actual
Chinese
medical
guys to
records
do
of-
it.
Was there medical records of broken ribs and stuff?
Yes. They've all been like shown to the court. The medical records, the ribs, the concussion, all of it's real.
Gwen came from extreme wealth and entitlement before she was famous. She has an almost sociopathic sense of self. I know
She's
almost
like
nothing.
she's like her Royal Tenenbaums character, Margot.
Yes.
She's like that all
Yes.
the time.